All right, my name is Brian Stevenson, and I am your host for the Cyber Chronicles. Welcome. We've got a great show this week. In fact, we delayed it a little bit because there was an announcement that just came out, of course, on Friday. We will announce something significant on Friday, so hopefully people ignore it over the weekend. And that is the breach of Facebook. And we're also going to talk about how Britain now has 2,000 cybersecurity warriors on an offensive way. We're also going to talk about West Virginia's decision to allow smartphones to vote in a mid-tier election raises serious security concerns. So let's get started. Okay, our fifth most shared article of the week comes to us from The Verge. Russian troll sites infiltrate Donald Trump's subreddit account as recently as this month. So there's a subreddit account, the Donald, that apparently has well-documented connections to the Russian influences on campaigns, and it looks like they're trying to impact anything ultra-right. The same thing happened, according to BuzzFeed, in the Brutalist Press, which found that they submitted over 500 links to the site over the last year, since been taken down and based on Russian IP addresses. The connection to the Russian influence is unclear, but it is clear they're continuing a campaign to try to influence the United States elections. So that was an article, number 5th, most shared article of the week from The Verge. Okay, the 4th most shared article of the week, last week by Sky News, Britain to create 2,000 cyber-strong force to tackle the Russian threat. So Britain has decided to increase significantly their number of people in their cybersecurity space in their offensive cyber war up to 2,000 personnel, according to Sky News. The plan was announced. Elements of this are to be wider online offensive and to do destructive things to disrupt or stop them from distributing propaganda and anything that affects Great Britain. So this is the first, I think, of many things that we're going to see. Kind of interesting that Great Britain actually announced this to the public. It's on the Sky News. Great article. We'll have the link on our site. Okay, this is the 3rd most popular article shared of the week on the interweb. It's kind of a surprising one. West Virginia is going to allow people to vote on a smartphone in midterm elections to make it easier for people overseas in the military that have been deployed. Typically they did paper ballots. I understand what they're trying to do here, but the amount of security risks of allowing people to vote on a smartphone is incredible. The time has come for photo ID, according to Trump in Florida, for voting, and secure voting applications allowed voters to receive, vote, and return the ballots electronically, said the press release from West Virginia. So I just think this is a bad decision. But that was our 3rd most popular article of the week. West Virginia is going to allow the military people overseas to vote on their smartphones in the midterm elections. Okay, the first GDPR notice has finally been announced. People have been waiting for this since it went into effect last month. And the announcement is that they are going after the Canadian firm called Aggregate IQ, which is linked to Facebook and the Cambridge Analytical data scandal. First to be put on notice, the scandal saw up to 87 million users have been harvested and processed without their consent, and that is against the GDPR, obviously data privacy rules, but put in place. There has been no fines issued yet, despite receiving 500 phone calls a week this agency is getting on data breaches since the new rules came into effect in the European Union. So this was the first time they put somebody on notice. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the fines may be. They still are going through this process, and it'll be very interesting. The companies have 30 days to comply with their announcement. If they fail to comply to their satisfaction, the Canadian company will have fines placed on them by GDPR on the European Union. So stay tuned on this. This is, I think, first of many GDPR violations that we're going to see. Very interesting article written here by ZD. Okay, next up we're going to hear a word from our sponsor. Please stay tuned. Don't turn off the podcast at this point, for God's sakes. This is what pays for it. Fortinet, thank you so much for helping us sponsor this every week, and as well as a lot of our different manufacturers we're going to be doing shout outs to coming up soon. But please stay tuned. Listen to this message from Focus Point Technologies.
Focus Point Technologies has created a series of educational videos to help you and your company mature your privacy and security program. We offer these at no charge to you. Please call us to learn more about the security solutions that we provide. FocusPoint is introducing a new program called STOP, Security Technology Optimization Program. So stop wasting money, stop wasting time, stop struggling to manage too many tools, stop meeting with vendors offering yet another tool to add, and stop trying to mature the security program alone, because we can help. FocusPoint can provide you with a streamlined analysis of your technology investment, and we offer this as a complimentary service. We at FocusPoint believe that to be seen as trusted partners, it starts with demonstrating our value. What better way than to help you maximize your current investment without any strings attached? Contact us for more information.
Okay, the number one most shared article of the week. Actually, it was announced on Friday. This is just shocking. It basically just took over the web. Facebook security breach exposes 50 million users. Of course, they waited until Friday to announce this because they're hoping that it'll kind of get lost over weekend news. The breach was discovered this week, the largest in the company's 14-year history. Attackers exploited a feature in the Facebook code to gain access to users' accounts and potentially take control over them. News could not come at a worse time for Facebook because it was been buffeted by scandal after scandal this year. After revelations, the British analytic firm got private access to up to 87 million users and their information on Facebook. We'll have a post on this article. In fact, we're probably going to do a special just on Facebook on what's been going on in the last year, because this is ridiculous. Something needs to change. I wouldn't doubt that we're going to see some changes at the top leadership at Facebook as a result of this breach. So that was our number one most article of the week. Have a great week. I hope you stay safe, and please continue to listen and subscribe to the Cyber Chronicles. Take care.